Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, like I had said when I was reviewing the Kosas foundation, I was gonna do a quick little get ready with me using my updated shade in the Makeup Forever, the new Makeup Forever HD foundation. Now, I originally had 4N68. What I didn't realize though, and I got rid of the box, on top of the box had the comparable shades to the old foundation. Now, I was always Y505 and that turned out to be 4N62. So I went in store, I swatched that because I knew I was going to bring 4N68 back. To me, it wasn't as golden that I like. So I went with 4Y66. And one of the reasons I went with this is because somebody said to me, because it looked super yellow when I had initially swatched it. That's why I ended up with the shade that I ended up with, the one that I reviewed. They said it's not as yellow on, and they were absolutely right. So I just want to come back because I got so many compliments wearing this foundation, and it really started to like grow on me. So I think it definitely had a lot to do with the shade. So I love the way this shade looks. I was like, I have to come back on camera for them to see. All right, so let's just go ahead and so I put 2.5 pumps, and this is what this shade looks like. See, it's a lot warmer, and I think it complements my skin tone more. See how warm it is? It's a lot warmer, and it looked so pretty when I wore it. I kept looking at my skin. I was like, I have to come back on camera because sometimes undertone can make a big difference. And I don't know how Y505 became neutral all of a sudden. 4N62, that's neutral N. But it was neutral, the Y505. And if you haven't purchased yet, or if you had the shade that I have, I would, and if you're my complexion, I think switching it out may work for you. See that? See the big difference right away? It's nice and warm. It definitely warmed up my skin tone. And so it doesn't look as, it's super skin-like, more than the Kosas. I have a review of the Kosas right now up on my channel. But it's good, and it's a medium coverage as well, like the Kosas. All right, so this is the foundation blended out, and see, I think it's a much better match. I think it looks really nice. It's nice and warm on my skin. So continue on, because I'm just finish up and do like, a mini get ready with me. I have like nothing special with my eyes. I use one of my Tom Ford quads today. All right, so this has been like my new favorite concealer, the LYS concealer. I have it in DG6. I also have a review of this up on my channel. I love this so much. And when I wore this, I wore it with this concealer. And I just love the way they look together. And I love this shade DG6 so much. I think the undertone just complements my skin. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. I had it sitting on my face for a couple minutes as usual. Oh, this concealer is good. I love this concealer. If you haven't purchased this concealer yet, and it's very reasonably priced. I think it's under 20 bucks, right? If you haven't purchased this concealer, what are you doing? If you're a makeup lover and a complexion lover, you need this concealer. It's a beautiful, beautiful concealer. All right, so to contour, I've been loving this new, what is it called? The Bionic bronzer from Milk Makeup. I have it in the shade Invincible. This is so nice, guys. I have been enjoying this to the max. So this is what it looks like. And it's not as dark as it looks on my hand. It shears out very nicely. So this is what it looks like At first I was using it with my little e.l.f. brush, but I find I was using too much with that brush, and I switched to my Sonia G brush, and I get more out of it, so I don't have to put as much. So I do like 3 dots right here, and I go in with my Sonia G brush, and I just tap, 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 and then I blend it out. Isn't it pretty? And it's not sticky, it doesn't lift your makeup, and you can put this on over powder as well, because sometimes I put it on over powder for my powder contour. Look at that. This is so beautiful. This is the next makeup product I would definitely recommend. So pretty. Look at that. Blends out beautifully. So good. It's good on the forehead as well. Look at this. See how beautiful it blends out? I love this so much. So this is definitely a recommendation. I think, you know, if you can, definitely definitely check it out. All right, so as usual, I'm gonna set my under eye. Last time when I reviewed it, the first time I didn't set it, it wore beautifully, although I didn't set it. But after that, I've set it. But when I set it, I haven't used my beauty sponge, my e.l.f. sponge. I use my brush just for like a light setting, because you really don't need to. It really is self-setting, the concealer. So I'm just gonna go in with my brush and just put a little bit under my eye. You really don't need like to do all this setting like I usually do. That's how good this concealer is. And I'm not used to like lightly setting my concealer or not setting my concealer at all, but this definitely does the job. All right, and I've been loving this pencil by Melt Cosmetics. This is in Apricot. I've always wanted like a matte creamy pencil for like my brow bone and my inner tear duct. And when I saw them launching this, I was so happy. I'm not disappointed. It's so creamy and so pretty. So I've been putting it like, sorry guys, I have to come really close to the mirror because I won't be able to see. So I've been putting it like right here for that pop of brightness, and it's been working so nice. And you don't have to like set it. It will stay. I also have it on my brow bone. I just wanted to show you guys. It's an Apricot. It's so pretty. Now, before I powder my face, I've been loving this. And this is from the drugstore. This is from Maybelline. It's the 4-in-1 perfector. I have it in medium deep. This is almost like similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, like the Axonite from, I don't remember, from Samantha, the YouTuber. I can't remember the name of her brand now. And I've been using it sometimes before makeup, and you know, it has the wind up. It's like the concealer. And I've never picked up the Adrian Wine concealer. I also picked it up at Ulta, and I do like it, but my shade is a little sort of orange. It's more of a corrector, but I use it and I did like it. So for today, I just want you guys to see. So this is what it looks like. It has a thinner consistency than the Charlotte Tilbury, but it's very similar. See how pretty that is? And so just to use it today, I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. You guys know how I like to highlight my nose, so put a little bit right here. See, and it's so seamless. It looks very natural. It's nice for like your cheek. I powder here, but I don't want to mess with it, but I just wanted to show you guys. I think it's really pretty, and of course it's reasonably priced. It's drugstore, and I've been loving it. All right, so for powder, when I used this foundation, and as you can see, the color is like, look at the color. It's really nice, right? And it's looking a little similar to the Kosas now that I really look at it, but the Kosas is just a little bit more like, pow. That's such a beautiful foundation. So I'm going to use my By Terry hyaluronic powder to set. And this is a very hydrating powder. It's not shimmery or anything like that, but it's hydrating. Like my skin looks so hydrated throughout the day when I use it. So I've been reaching for this powder a lot, because you guys know I have dry skin. Not really dry skin, but it's been dry. So I've been powdering with this. And it looks like really good with this this particular foundation, when I wore it with this, I loved how throughout the day how my skin was looking. And this is in the shade 500 medium deep. I think it does an excellent job of just making my skin look like not powdery at all, and especially since this is more of a skin-like foundation. I think this is the perfect powder because it's powdered, it keeps the makeup in place, but it doesn't look powder. So if you hate powder, like if you're a person that doesn't like powder, I think this would be the perfect powder for you. For powder bronze, I'm using my Hollywood bronzer. I brought it back out again and I've been loving it again, and I have it in the shade 07. Way back I had done a review on this. Hollywood, if you don't know, she is a YouTube creator that's based in London. And I think she did a great job with the color of this, the formula of it. I really like it. As you can see, I've hit pan, and I've been using this Fenty brush because of the hook. It gets like everything. For blush, I'm gonna use my MAC blush in Spring Sheen. This is it right here. These two is Spring Sheen. This is like my second favorite blush from MAC, but my favorite is the Extra Dimension blush in Telling Glow. But I love this as well because, you know, I don't like a lot of color, but this gives my cheek a beautiful like peachy pink flush with a hint of like a little bit of like gold sparkle, I think it has in it. It's super, super pretty, and it just gives me, it just gives what it's supposed to give. Guys, look at this foundation, just with the color change, just with the undertone change. So it's more than just, okay, now that I changed the color, I'm getting used to it. It's really beautiful. It's nice. All right, so I'll set my face and I'll be back with the rest of my makeup. Of course, shout out to Tilbury. I have a backup, look at it. And every time I go to my Sephora, there's only the travel size available. Man, you guys be snatching it up. All right, so for highlighter, I've been mixing highlighters. So I'm gonna mix the highlighter from the Hourglass Volume 3, the Lighting Edit. I'm using the darker shade. And this is a nice, smooth, just like really pretty highlighter. If you own this palette, you know. Just look at that. Oh, it just pops. But I don't want so much like gold. So what I've been doing, I've been going in with something lighter. So I've been using this Tom Ford palette. I got this palette at the CCO. I think I got it for like a very, very nice price. It's called, I think it's Reflex Gilt. I'm gonna have everything listed in my description box. So I've been using the lighter shade in this palette. Why am I holding it like that? The one on the bottom. It's like a champagne gold. So these two mixed together, I've been loving the way it looks when I put that on top. So it doesn't look as like bronzy gold. It just settles down into like a really like pretty color. Okay, I've been doing this combo for my lips that I've been loving. I've worn it in a lot of my recent videos. So as usual, my Oh My God Jackie lip liner in brown. And then I've been going in with the Melt liquid lipstick in chestnut all over the lip. And I have to bring the mirror like really close, guys, sorry. So this is a beautiful warm brown shade. And then I've been mixing it in with this new liquid lipstick I got from Huda Beauty. It's called Sugar Boo. I love the name. All right, so I was letting it dry down a little bit. And I'm gonna go in the center with Sugar Boo. This is like a beautiful sort of peachy, slightly like, it has like an olive undertone as well. It's a beautiful nude, but I just love using it like in the center of like a dark lip. I think it looks super pretty. See that shade? It's gorgeous. All right, guys, and you see it just gives this, I love the color because, you know, I love a nudie brown lip, and I think the two combined is like the perfect lip, especially if you're of a darker skin tone like me. All right, guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, but I really just did wanted to feature the new shade of the Makeup Forever, and I think it just changed the whole game, the undertone, because like I said, I started to really warm up to it, and I got so many compliments when I wore it. And with the new shade, I think it's just, it put it right there. It's a beautiful foundation. So if you're like me and you were wondering, or you were gonna pass or whatever, reconsider. And if you're, you know, if we're like around the same shades, definitely get something in the white category. It doesn't look yellow on the skin, as you can see. It looks golden. It warms up your skin tone. It's super pretty. I think it's a really, really pretty foundation. So that's like an update from my initial reaction. And I love that when, you know, you can change your mind about something, and I like it a lot more. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.